Have you ever jumped into a new VR experience only to get frustrated figuring out what buttons you need to press? If that's you, you're in good company. Because VR is still pretty new in the consumer space, there's no common standard for controller usage among game designers. So whether you're a VR expert or trying to figure it out for the first time, using a VR app can be challenging.
We had the opportunity to explore how users learn new VR controls and interactions with Zoe Immersive's new tool, Zoe, which is currently out in beta for the Oculus. Zoe's a no-code tool for VR creation. With Zoe, you can create VR experiences directly in your Oculus headset. So now you can create VR in VR. Creators can use Zoe to make VR scenes without the time and technical knowledge needed to use a full 3D development engine. While simpler than Unity and other 3D engines, Zoe is still a VR tool with its own learning curves and usability challenges, especially as it develops out of its beta state.
And that's where we come in. We researched how creators build 3D experiences and how this could be used to teach new users about Zoe tools. We explored how users like to learn and identified existing usability challenges. We then created a learning experience and narrative and performed initial testing on the language and environment. Let's check out the prototype with BJ.
In this experience, users are guided by the friendly Zoe fish to help finish designing a cafe. Users are then able to learn and practice basic controls to get them started creating the cafe and transition into more in-depth tasks with the Zoe's complex menu system. The learning experience supports users by giving them auditory and visual assistance along with the tools contextualized within a cafe narrative to keep the users engaged. So, this experience allows them to develop the initial muscle memory on placing and engaging with the objects in the scene.
Wow, what an engaging way to learn. Our solution not only includes a tested script and living storyboard to demonstrate the full experience, but also includes an onboarding guide to direct Zoe Immersive on how to create additional learning experiences. This will keep future experiences consistent and centered around our research done for the original prototype.
We also create a recommendation guide that highlights ways in which Zoe can be designed to improve usability. After going through this introductory learning experience, new users will be ready to get their creative juices flowing and create 3D content with Zoe.